Hi everybody, Tiffany Solorio here for Live with Prima. Today we are going to create this beautiful, elegant, but really fast banner for the holidays. And I just love the red and the gold. That's kind of like my favorite color scheme for Christmas, for the holidays. So first, I'm going to do the announcements so I don't forget. Let's see. On Thursday, there will be a new video by Miranda. She will be creating a stunning holiday decor project, mixed media style. So make sure to check that out, and that's on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe so you guys can see all the new videos when they are uploaded. And on Fridays, join us for Facebook Live at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We will feature products with fun samples, tips, and techniques. See the shows on our Facebook fan page. So if you're not a fan of Prima on Facebook, be sure to do that. And then I'm pretty sure it will notify you when Prima goes live. So that's pretty neat. And so yeah, so that is it for the announcements. And I feel like I feel like a few months since I've done a Live with Prima class. So hello Nora, Pam, Carrie, Lisa. So this is what we're going to be creating. Super fun and quick and just pretty, I think anyways. Make sure I grab my flowers. Yes, okay. So I just kind of started on the back. I was just adding the paper to the back, and so I'm just gonna start by adding the paper to the front. And the paper that I chose, because I wanted it to be kind of like a shabby feel to it. This line is the Victorian Christmas from Frank Garcia. This was, I believe, last year's Christmas collection. It's super gorgeous, and of course you can use any papers that you like. And I don't want any of the images, so I'm just gonna line these up. I think that's good. If you hear somebody talking in the background, it's my husband. He works from home, so he has meetings all day, every day. I don't even know if you can hear him, but just in case you were wondering. So I'm just using Fabri-Tac. You can use any glue that you like. This is just kind of fast. Yes, the numbers, sorry, for the chipboard tags, these are the small chipboard tags, and the number is 584986, and the paper is 990480. I'm going to make sure I say that for the people that are watching it later. Okay, and then I just give it a rough cut because I'm going to be using my Prima Distress tool. And I mean, if you want to save the image, I probably should have, because that Christmas tree is really pretty, so, but that's okay. Oh, that's coming out there. I just cut them out really just roughly, and then I'll trim them up better. But it doesn't have to be perfect because, like I said, I'm going to use my Prima Distress tool to kind of sand down the edges. You want it fairly close. Oh, I did get that image in there. That's okay. Not a big deal. That one. And one more, guys. Hello, Carrie and Pam and Joe. Sorry, I had to sneeze. All right. Okay, this one has a little bit of script. It's very faint on there, but you want to make sure that if you have script or any sort of images that you want them to be, of course, upright. So make sure of that. Let me grab my distress tool. I'm using the sanding tool, and I've had this for years and it still works perfect. And I'm kind of angling it so that it just kind of gives a nice finish to the edges. Hello, Debbie. I can't even remember who I've said hi to and who I haven't. But hello to everybody just joining. And this project is very easy and pretty fast to make. So if you're like me and pretty last minute, this is perfect. And it's still really pretty. All right, so we got those done. I'm going to now work on the letters. So I'm using these letters. These are the 3D wood alphas, and the number for these is 587437. And we're going to spell out joy. J, O, and Y. I love these. Okay. I'm going to situate myself a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to take some heavy gesso and just give these a quick little paint. I like the dark edges, so let me see. I'm not going to paint them completely, just the tops. So, and the number for the gesso is 961374. We're gonna stick some snowflake paste on here, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just wanted it to be just a little bit whiter. It's not completely white. If you want it completely white, I suggest embossing it with embossing powder, because I find that because these are like laser cut, or I think they're laser cut, when you paint them with the white gesso, the darker edges kind of get in the paint and it kind of makes it a little creamy or off-white, not completely white. So just a little tip there. All right, and that's that. Okay, sorry guys, my snowflake paste is all the way back here. I thought I grabbed everything. Just one of those days today. All right, so the snowflake paste is, the number is 962906, and I love this stuff. It's like glittery and gritty. So I want it to be a little bit dimensional and kind of puffy looking like snow, but I don't want too much on there that I'm gonna lose the shape of the letters, if that makes sense. So let's see if I can get that up there. You see that maybe? All right, next the O. So has anybody used a snowflake paste before? I'm guessing maybe you can make this or something similar with maybe some light paste and some glitter. I should have tried to do that. All right, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm not completely covering. So that it still looks like a Y. And there's so many different wood alphas available. I love them all. I have a couple sets, but I love this one for the Christmas. I'm just scraping the middle so that the Y shape is still there. All right, so that, let me show you guys one more time just in case it didn't focus earlier. There we go. So really pretty, and once it dries, it's glittery and it looks just like snow. It's really, really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna set those aside. I'm gonna kind of clean my brush here. Didn't grab any water, but it's okay. All right. Probably want it like this. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get the layout of how I want it to look. And these doilies, you can of course use Prima, but I didn't have any, so these I just got off of papermart.com, I believe, and they're the French doilies. They're so pretty. Okay, so I'm just tearing one. I'm gonna put this like this so you guys can see, hopefully, how it's gonna look. Just so that when I put the foil down, I know where to put it. So, actually I want that one here, and then this one I'm going to tear one slightly larger than the other. So, I'm going to layer two together, and then just like that. I'm telling you guys, this is so simple. Okay. Next, let's glue these down, and then what I'm gonna do is just glue it on the edges, and then that way I can kind of tuck those foil pieces under there if I want to. So is anybody done with your Christmas shopping, or who hasn't started? I haven't really started. Every year I tell myself that I want to, actually gonna move this down a little bit. I tell myself that I want to get it done early, but it never happens. Alright, so I'm gonna snip off the edges of this one on this middle banner here. Just gonna rub this off because I don't want the foils and the rub-ons to have any trouble. Okay. Actually gonna move that a little bit over. Hello, Bunny, and anybody that has just joined, welcome. And log in and say hello if you aren't logged in. It's fun chatting with everybody. Okay. Now I'm going to take the adhesive rub-ons, and I use two different ones. These ones here. These are perfect for cards and kind of small areas that you want, like on layouts or like the banner or tags. The numbers for these are 971502 is this one, and the number for this one is 971489. So I use the snowflakes. You can see snowflakes for that one. Let's find them. Okay, let's see. I'm just cutting them out so that I can put them where I want. one like that. Like that. Okay. And then this one, let me see. So I just add these back in the bag, and then I use my tiny attacher to, or a stapler, to staple it back together so I'm not losing them, because then I forget which one goes with which. And okay, so for this one I used this piece here, and then I just put it like that. And then for the last one, I use these really pretty music, and it is the what's this song? Jingle Bells. Okay, and I'm going to kind of try, whoops, to cut this, because I don't want them perfect. I don't want it to be perfect, so I'm going to try to you can play around to see how you like it. I'll take this one. You guys see that okay? I think I'm gonna put that one up there. That one probably like that, and that maybe like that. Okay. Might play around with it a little bit more and add a little bit more, but that looks good for now. Okay. Next, let me grab the little popsicle stick. And you got to be careful because these are double-sided, so they have adhesive on the top and the bottom. So you don't want to put your finger, because it'll ruin it. And honestly, they don't need very much pressure at all. Like, I've even just used my fingernail. Watch. Well, I didn't get under there, but that's okay. They're so easy to put on. You guys see that okay? And let me get the foil. I use the Golden Girl foil, and the number for this is 585631. Just going to take the corner here, and you want it color side up. And again, it doesn't really take much. And you can add glitter, beads, all sorts of different things to these. Let me use this. I'm being a little stubborn today. Okay, and then you can go back like I'm doing and just, sorry, my hair, and where you see the adhesive, you can just add foil. A little bit more. There's a couple stubborn pieces. There we go. All right. Next, I'm going to get a 2. Like this. Whoops, I moved that a little bit. All right, get it together, Tiffany. All right, you guys with me? Hello, everybody that's joining. Perfect. I'm going to take the foil again, just rub my fingers. Perfect. Next, we're going to do this one. And I think I want this one here. Then that one. Let me see if I can zoom in to see if you guys can see a little bit better. Is that better? I'm sorry, you guys. All right. Just got to remember to check and make sure that I'm in frame. Okay, so I'm going to stick that one there and make sure that because these have the writing on them, the songs, so make sure you're putting it the right way. Okay, and then I'm going to put that one like that. Whoops. And I'm going to take a little bit of this long one here, kind of cut it so it's not perfect, and I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to do the same to the other edge, just kind of cut it to where it's not perfect. And just stick it there. I think I need a little bit up here. Let's see where maybe I'll stick, oh, that was my old one. This is the new one. Okay. Just a little bit for the bottom there. And of course, all right. Forgot I'm zoomed in really, really close. Just rubbing it on there. Almost done. And of course, if you're doing this, you're going to want to be a little bit more careful where you put your, see, I've wasted a lot here. Be not paying too much attention to where I'm doing it. All right. Looks good. There's still some spots, but that's okay. I think because I had put my other tags on top of it. Okay, now we're gonna make like these little banners here. Let me zoom out. Just a little bit. There we go. And I just took some scrap paper that I had, and I have this one here is 990480, and I just use the polka dots. And I'm just gonna cut some strips. Again, does not have to be perfect. I'm just gonna kind of measure how long I want them. And then I kind of fold it. And if you're a perfectionist, then you don't want to do this because it doesn't give like a perfect little banner shape, but it's good enough for me. And then you'll also have a crease in your paper, so, but I don't mind. So that's just gonna go like that. And then I'm gonna cut another little banner or strip. Of course, you can use your trimmer, your paper trimmer. And a little banner shape. Just folding it and then cutting it at an angle there. Let me clean some of this up really quickly. All right, a little better there. And one more little strip here. and that's way too crooked for me. Let me just fix that. Again, just folding it. Does not have to be perfect. Unless you want it to be. And I made that a little too short, so I don't really use measurements, so I just kind of eyeball things. All right, that's a little better. Perfect. All right. Hello, Marquise, Lisbeth, and anybody else? Just need to take a quick drink of my coffee. Anybody else drinking coffee? Probably just me. All right. I'm going to distress the edges here. That's why, for me, it doesn't have to be perfect, because I'm gonna distress the edges anyways. But if you like a more cleaner look, then, and you're not gonna distress the edges, then you can definitely use a paper trimmer. Just love the red and the gold and the white. So pretty. What is everybody else's color schemes for Christmas or the holidays? Oops. All right, now that my hot glue gun is heated up, I'm just going to add these with my hot glue gun. And with this one, you want to line it up just on the edge of the foil so that you can see the foil. This one. That one's definitely crooked, but it's okay. The flower is really going to cover that up. All right, next, let's see, what's next? The flowers. The flowers, I thought I had another, these are the exact same, but these are from last year, but then they made more, but the number is different, so I apologize, Carrie. The number for these are 590703. Same flowers, just different number. I love these flowers. They're super pretty, and they have beads. I'll show you in just a second. Show you the beads. I don't know if you guys can see that, but then there's glitter. There's like red glitter on them. Super pretty. They come with leaves, but I tear them off. And we're going to stick that one there, and then the littler ones on the sides. Okay, I lied. They're a little bit smaller, or unless I think I used two big ones, actually. I'm going to add this one here. This one here. Let me get more glue. This one, just like that. And I actually use these gold leaves. I could not help myself. I'm normally not a fan of leaves, but these gold leaves are just so pretty. So the number for these is 590383. And I'm going to use kind of like the more muted gold. And then alright, so I'm going to cut these down because I could tuck them behind that flower there, and the flower isn't very big, so I don't want the leaves to overpower the flower. I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to cut off just a little bit more of this in there. They have all that pretty glitter on them. So just like that. I don't think I added any leaves. No, I didn't add any leaves to the middle one. So again, I'm going to make it flat so that I can tuck it behind that little flower there. And I want the paper banner to show as well, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it to see, and I kind of angling them out. Actually want, yeah, looks good. So just kind of angling them just a little bit outwards. And next we are going to add the trim, and just a little bit of the trim. This trim number is 590246. This one here, it's a sequin trim. Just a little bit, and I should have done this before I added the flowers, but that's okay. And I just add a little bit on this side there. I'm going to use glue, the Fabri-Tac. Just a little bit. And then there is definitely two sides to this. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that, but there's one side where you could see there's more string on, and then the other side. So you want to make sure that you have the right side up. So just a little bit. Then again, I'm going to add a little bit to the sides here. And I believe this trim was, I think it's for the Sweet Peppermint collection, but even though these two collections are like complete opposites, these flowers are for the Sweet Peppermint collection as well as the Victorian Christmas collection. I love how Prima kind of does that. a lot of the times, where you can mix older collections with newer collections. That way, if you have a ton of one collection, you can always kind of save a few bucks here and there if you have a lot of the embellishments from one collection and it matches another one. That is crooked, but I will fix it later. It's actually bugging me, which is surprising. All right, and then a little bit on this side. Just gonna add a little bit under the leaf here on the bottom, just like that. All right, almost done. We are going to add the letters, and they're not quite dry yet, so I'm just going to heat them really fast. They're almost dry. All right. I'm going to use hot glue for this. And you kind of want to try to get where it's going to sit on the flower really nicely. And this one, actually, I had kind of bent over some of the petals so that it kind of sat on the petals. But then that one, this one's just going to kind of sit on the petals because it's bigger flower, so there's more petals. It's a little bit sturdier. You don't want that one petal to be completely covering those beads. And last, that one can just sit just like that as well. All right, last few steps here. We are going to add some sequins, and the number for these are 991968. These are from the Memory Hardware from Frank, and I think I'm going to use this muted. Trying to get these down so they don't fling all over the place. And then I will just staple that together. So it's gonna randomly place them, and then I'll glue them down. To give it a little bit more shimmer. They're super pretty. And I'm going to take the Frost Color Bloom spray, and I like to spray it on like a paper towel or in my trash can so that I can get some of the spray in the nozzle here. And then I'm just going to tap on some of the color here, and it just kind of just gives like a snowy effect. And just like that. Going to heat this, and then I'm going to run the sequins trim through the tags and then create the banner. Hello, Julianne. Thank you. And anybody else that I've missed, hello and thank you for coming. All right, last step. And so I'm just gonna poke the holes or punch the holes just on the edges here where that corner is on the top. And I just eyeball this, so it's definitely not perfect. So you can measure and all that good stuff if you want to. I don't, so all right. And we're just going to, wait, I'm trying to think here. So I'm going from the back to the front because I want that sequence to show through the front. And I'm doing the last letter first. It's a little tricky. Just pulling it through. And again from the back to the front. And one more. You can definitely paint the sides if you don't like that chipboard showing, or you can even use the snowflake paste to add more to the banner if you wanted to. So that is it. Super fun, quick. I think I added. Just gonna fix this really quick. we go. All right, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you make anything inspired by any of the shows, then be sure to share it on Facebook, and there be sure to sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. Be sure to join Live with Prima on Facebook and share your projects. And thank you guys so much. And I am going to stop the recording.